Thanks.
Yeah, go ahead, Carrie.
Okay. I started about 8 or 9 years ago. Saw the infomercial on Turbo Fire and ordered that. So I did that for a while, got into groups and started coaching about 4 years ago. Just kind of dabbled, it's nice because you can do it when you want. You can do it as a hobby. You can go full go with it when you have time. I mean, anything like that. But yeah, I've dropped 20 pounds with it, kept it off, eating a lot better than I ever have. Grew up on sugar and sweets and pizza. And so I'm definitely eating a lot better stuff now and working out consistently. So been around a while.
And you've been a coach for a number of years, right?
4 or 5 years now.
Yeah. Awesome. Love having you part of our team. Glad you're sticking with it. B Wood, welcome.
How's it going, everybody?
Good. You want to introduce yourself? Just tell us who invited you. And
sure. My name is Baron Wood. I'm in Portland, Maine right now. It's cold. Yeah, I'm not originally from here. I'm originally from Worcester, Massachusetts. That's kind of where I was born and raised, and took kind of a sales trajectory to Portland. Then met the love of my life. So I'm still here, and been doing beach body workouts for a long time, but looking to maybe take on a few more challenges. So
awesome. And who invited you?
Tom did.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
So let me share my screen here. Okay. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Let me see if I can put it in presentation mode. Does it still look good?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So we're just going to give you some slides so that we don't forget anything and we cover everything. And just a couple of us are going to talk about, the different slides and stuff like that. But feel free to stop us at any time, ask questions, whatever. This is information for you guys that are on the call. So, feel free just to jump in. But I'll go ahead and get started. And hopefully we'll just, keep this to, 30 minutes or whatever. So a little about me. I started P90X about 10 years ago now in January. So around this time, ended up losing 40 pounds, getting off blood pressure medication. I ended up, lowering my cholesterol, and I decided that I wanted to become a coach at that time. And the reason that I wanted to become a coach was because I knew I needed the accountability, right? I knew I would quit and I would go back to my unhealthy lifestyle, if I didn't do something, right? So it was kind of the accountability, and I knew that as a coach, I could also get a discount on Shakeology. So during the P90X, I saw all the commercials for Shakeology. I'm sure you guys have seen those, right? While you're doing your programs, I decided to try it. I loved it. And I'm like, okay, this is great. It's a win-win. I get to save money, right? I get to save 25% off of Shakeology and my workouts that I'm buying. And if I can become a coach and even help one person, that was my philosophy. If I could just help one person, I knew that I wouldn't quit, right? Because you'll quit on yourself, but you're not going to quit on somebody else. So that's how I started. And it turned out to be something that I was good at. I loved inviting people. I loved, getting people into groups and motivating them, encouraging them. And I've been doing it consistently for 10 years. And I founded this team 10 years ago. And, we have over 2,000 coaches now on our team. And And, you know, I can tell you that I've earned well over $1 million as a Beachbody coach. So, yep, let me say that again, over $1 million. Okay. So, you know, you kind of think like, okay, and I can tell you, I thought this way when I started. It's like, could this actually, my coach told me that there are lots of people making, you know, a lot of money in this business. And I'm like, yeah, that's not for me, right? I'm not a salesman. I'm not really interested in even making money. But I thought it was fun. It was a hobby. I liked inviting people. I liked having a lot of people in my group. And, you know, those people started switching over to me. And like within a few months, you know, I started getting my car payment paid for. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like I'm getting my car payment paid for this little hobby that I have on the side where I'm working an hour a day, maybe. I'm like, wonder what would happen if I actually tried, you know, what if I actually tried to like get some other coaches to sign up under me? Well, I can tell you what happened, right? You know, within a year, I started getting my house payment paid for. And then within 4 years, I was able to walk away from my 6-figure IT job. And for the past 5 years or 6 years, I have been full-time, you know, coach, independent, financially independent, you know, doing, you know, having the freedom to do what I want to do. And that's what Beachbody can do. So I can't promise that, you know, anybody else will receive the same results as I did, but I'm just telling you guys what's possible. And there are hundreds or thousands of coaches within Beachbody that have a very similar story or have a much better story than I do, honestly. So, and there's a lot of coaches on our team that have huge success as well financially. You can just see my income here, how it has increased year over year. And this is only for the month of July. So I just listed the first 5 years there for you. So you can see, you know, the month of July, my first July, I made $630, right? But then the second July, I made $3,100, right? And then, so you could see how it rapidly increased for me. And that just came through being consistent, right? With inviting people into my groups and signing people up as coaches and building a team and all those good things that will help you guys with, you know, if that's something that you're interested in. So why should you become a coach? So you should become a coach to save, like I mentioned, save 25% off of everything that you buy. Keep yourself accountable, be part of our community. You can see we have this is just a very small, right, fraction of our coaches here on the call, but we have an awesome family of coaches, right? We meet, we have team calls and we have sub teams within our teams and they do their own team calls and stuff like that. So you can kind of do whatever you want to do with this business, but you know, we're here to help you, right? We're here to, you're never alone. We're here to train you, to help you. We have weekly team calls and we invite you or anybody who wants to participate in our team calls to be on our team calls for training and whatever. Now there's 3 types of coaches. There's the discount coach is what we call them. And pretty soon Beachbody is introducing a new concept called the preferred customer. And so that what we call currently discount coaches or coaches who only sign up for the discount, which is completely fine. Those are going to become preferred customers in the future. So they're still going to receive the 25% discount, but there's absolutely no obligation and you won't even have the ability to earn money in this business. So if you just want the discount, you know, you could sign up now as a coach, but you'll get converted to a preferred customer in May. And then the other 2 categories are a hobby coach and then what we call a business builder or a working coach, whatever you want to call it. But that's like me, right? That's like Tom and everybody else on the call, right? We are, and what it means by a business builder is, you know, you're just actively promoting the products and the services and trying to help people. That's all it is. But you know, if you're not comfortable with that and you just want to be the in the middle, right, the hobby coach, that's fine. Someone who just refers people occasionally, you know, who still participates in all of our team building activities, or goes to summit with us, or whatever. You still have everything available to you as a coach. So let's see. Pyramid scheme, right? Is it a pyramid scheme? We get this question a lot. A lot of people think network marketing, because this is a network marketing, right, that it's a pyramid scheme, that it's bad or illegal or something like that. And it's not. I mean, Beachbody is the real deal. It's a real company. It's been around 20 years. It sells real products. It doesn't sell gimmicks or sell snake oil or anything like that. You guys have done the workouts. You've done the diet. You know it's the real thing, right? And we as coaches, what we do is we help motivate and encourage people, right? We're not just signing up people as coaches or whatever just to make money off of you, right? We are doing this to help people. We want to grow our network. Of course, we want to make money too, but it's not just about making money off of you signing up, because if you sign up on our team, no one makes any money, right? The way it works is the people above you in the team only get a percentage of what you make if you're making money. So if you're not making money, we're not making any money off of you. So it's not like, you know, a true illegal pyramid scheme is where you have to spend, you know, a lot of money to sign up, and then the people above you are just making money off of what you're spending, and there's no real legitimate products or, you know, services provided by the company. So let me turn it over to Tom. I've talked enough. Go ahead.
Well, I got started with Beachbody just kind of like everybody else here, I guess. I bought the DVDs though back. This was before, you know, they had Beachbody on demand, and I had tried every workout program you could imagine. I've always been a lunatic, a health and fitness nut, and I just never really got good results. And I would do workout programs from start to finish, follow them to the T. I mean, I'd be at the gym 2 times, sometimes 3 times a day. I get results, but you know, nothing, you know, that was coming back from the amount of work I was putting into it. So I wasn't big on workout videos or things like that. I would do programs from books, etc. And you know, every GNC product you can imagine. So a friend of mine told me about this Body Beast program, and I see now it's still my favorite. And I was reluctant, but I ordered the DVDs, and you know, said I tried everything else. You know, why not? You know, I said, you know, first I was like, I can't really see myself working out and watching videos, but let me try it. So I bought the program, and after doing it for 2 weeks, you know, I just was blown away at how quick I was seeing results. And I mean, I was working at it, I was following it just like I always would, but you know, it's just following that program. I wasn't doing 3 programs or, you know, tripling it up on anything. And like in 2 weeks, I just really saw like a drastic change. And so did everybody at work. Now I'm at the same hotel. I work in a hotel. I'm here for 11 years now. Then it was not quite that long. But you know, I was at the gym every day working out here with people from work, and they noticed the difference. And, you know, people were asking me, what are you doing differently? You know, I want to do exactly what you're doing. And I was recommending it. I mean, I had no idea there was a business, you know, attached to it or anything like that. But, you know, here I am sharing and telling people, and they're in my office drinking Shakeology with me. And one day I'm working out at home, and at the end of the DVD, a little infomercial kind of popped on and said something about becoming a coach. And, you know, as soon as I saw that, now I was familiar with multi-level marketing, with the whole concept. And I always thought that was a phenomenal model, you know, for a business. You know, it's so much better than, you know, any kind of business you would invest in. And believe me, I looked into buying a GNC and opening a gym. You know, it's a phenomenal amount of money. So, you know, I always believed that multi-level marketing was the way to go. But every company I did look at was not anything I could see myself doing, because I didn't believe in the product, or well, mostly always, I guess everything was just product, not really service. But it was nothing that I felt strongly about. So when I saw this, I mean, I didn't attend the webinar. I didn't get on any kind of call. I just got Greg, who's my coach, an email and said, tell me a little bit about this. And he wrote me back, and I signed up like 10 seconds later. And I just knew that, this was it for me. It was just perfect. So, again, I was already recommending, I was already using it, I was already seeing the results. And, this is like just, I kind of maybe even jumped in like probably too fast, which is a good thing now, because maybe if I would have analyzed it, I might have backed out because, I didn't think, how am I going to do it? I don't know. I'm an introvert. I know nothing about marketing. I'm an engineer. I got into engineering because I'm one-on-one with machines. I don't like to deal with people. Meanwhile, I wound up at a hotel, so but still deal with people to an extent. But it's just I had no, I had Facebook, but I had nobody on it but maybe family, friends, and that it was a handful. Instagram, non-existent for me. If it was even around then, I didn't have it. So I knew nothing about any of that, and I just would have thought, like, how can I possibly do this? So when I got started, then I said, how can I possibly do this? I'm looking on the coach office, and the training's there. Everything is really kind of there laid out for you, but I just got overwhelmed with it. And I called Greg, and he just hopped on a call with me, and just that's when I came to the realization that he's here to help me do this. And so is everyone else. So there was team calls, and there's training calls every week, and all the training in the back office. There was just so much, and I was like, all right, I got this. And I just plugged in with it every week. I mean, I just followed Greg's lead, and I had to come out of my shell a lot, believe me, and get out there on social media and stuff. But yeah, that was probably the hardest part for me. But to me, the biggest thing that I didn't expect was the amount of support, because I really just kind of thought you would just get your kit and go, good luck, and hope you do well. So I just worked hand in hand with Greg from that day forward, and still do. I still bother him at least every day, sometimes maybe twice.
And you were a video expert when you started, right?
Video expert?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't even know. I knew nothing. I knew how to send the email. That's about it. Yeah, that's funny. I mean, now I'm like, forget it. I'm on TikTok, Instagram. I drive everybody crazy at home. I'm documenting my life. No, I mean, now I have fun with it. Even then, I had like I said, you wouldn't tell. I mean, I get on these calls and I wouldn't say a word. It was really hard for me to overcome and to get comfortable doing it. And now, I mean, when I say Beachbody changed my life, I mean, it's in more ways that I can even list on this call. It's just, obviously, the health and fitness side, I was always into that, but the improvement is just, I can't even explain. I mean, the difference. And I'm in my 50s now. I was a teenager, and I wasn't in as good shape, and I was trying damn hard. And financially, obviously, this is a business, and so the benefits of that. But just pulled my whole life together. I mean, I didn't have this kind of like with this, even with the social media and this community. When you plug into a community of people who are like-minded and positive, it just pulls so much together in your world. It's amazing. So I can go on about it forever, but it really just is dramatic. I mean, you wouldn't believe you're talking to the same person if you talked to me 3 years ago. So, and it goes a lot deeper, but we don't have time. So anyhow, it really does. But it's amazing. So really, my family life, everything is just, even at work, it's just, I'm a better person all around. So
you have definitely changed 100%, and I know the deeper story. So
yeah, I'll share that at another call. So I kind of touched on like things you don't need to be, because I love health and fitness, but I was nowhere near a fitness expert. I mean, it probably was my strongest point coming into it, was I was very much into it, but I was no way a personal trainer, and still not not a nutritionist. I knew the basics, what to eat, what to not eat, although what I was doing wasn't working, so maybe I really didn't know. I thought I knew. I was not at my fitness goal. I mean, some people come in and think you have to be in perfect shape to become a coach. And I wasn't like ridiculously out of shape. I was pretty healthy, but I was nowhere near my goal. I've gotten a lot closer to it. I'm still not where my goals keep changing. So I don't think I'll ever be at my goals. I'm never satisfied. That's a good thing and a bad thing, but I always want to, push it a little further. So I certainly did reach goals along the way, but I keep raising the bar. But you don't need to be at your goal. In fact, I think if you're better off almost if you're not, because people join the journey with you. I mean, if you're I don't know, for me, if I'm looking at someone and you look at all these fitness personal trainers and they're just ripped and lean and look like they're on steroids. I mean, sometimes it's genetics, it's steroids. It's to jump in and do what they're doing, sometimes intimidating. But when you have someone who's just an average regular guy or girl and I need to lose 30 pounds, you want to do it with me, and I'm doing this program, I think it's even more beneficial. But you certainly don't need to be at your goal. You don't, a salesperson told you, I hate sales. I do great at Beachbody, but I don't consider it selling at all. It's doing it, recommending it. If I had to be a salesman, it wouldn't happen. So you basically just sharing, and people were asking me before I even said knew it was a business. Like, what are you doing differently? And I was recommending it before I was, involved in the business side of it. So I was like, why the hell not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And committed, being proof of the product. Same thing. You're using the products, doing the programs, and the personal development is one of the things on my little reminders here. And I think I pretty much touched on that, but we always kind of help each other grow and improve. And like, I never really listened to personal development books and things like that. And one of the first things I remember on one of these calls was, I think it was great that was talking about personal development. Then as soon as I open a book, I fall asleep. But I drive 3 hours back and forth every day. So, audiobooks, and that's time I was wasting in my car. Something simple as that. And now it's like I'm going through books like crazy, and it's but it's all good stuff. I'm not listening to Stephen King or anything like that. Which when I did read and listen to an audiobook, it was that. But all these things, it's it's just being part of the community. It just brings it all together. So
and now Ming gets the personal development as well, right? Because he rides with you to work.
Yeah. and you know what? It's funny, just to talk about quick on personal development. Now, Ming is, for those of you that don't know, is a kid that I always liked helping people. As a kid, we kind of adopted, we took in, and I helped him get it with a job. And when he was commuting back and forth with me every day before the pandemic, just listening, whether he's even half awake or not, listening, I saw such a difference in him just from him being in the car and listening to what I was listening to every day, and listening to me talk to people every day, because I do a lot of, it's always hard to find time, but you're in that car, I can make phone calls, get work done too, So just him just being part of that, I mean, he was like just improving so much, and he became a coach, and he's working at it. And then after the pandemic, where he was out of work and he just wasn't spending that time with me and listening and staying plugged in, like you can see how he started losing motivation. It's amazing how the difference it does make, him just being in there listening to it. I can see such a change in him, and now back to work, back in action. It's pretty wild.
It's awesome.
So benefits coaching, I mean, we obviously we know it's a business. Greg mentioned on the money you can make, but aside from the money, well, I think I touched on a lot of this already, actually. Except maybe like let's see, network marketing, multi-level marketing always kind of appealed to me because of the financial freedom and the time management. You do this at your own time, on your free time. I mean, I have a full-time job. I've mentioned my long commute. I have, I'm married. I got kids. I got adopted kids. I got dogs. I got cats. It's, people say they don't have time. I get up an hour early to work out. I utilize the time in my car. Everybody's got the time. It's about priorities. So if you're thinking you don't have the time, it's really be honest with yourself. We all got 24 hours a day, and if anybody can make it work, you do it at your leisure, and you get out what you put in. So everybody's goals are different too. So I'm building a business, and I don't want to have to commute 3 hours a day every day for another whatever years. So I'm going at it full force. I take advantage of every opportunity I can to get some work in. Sorry.
And this is like a vision board, right? So it's like you can make Beachbody be what you want it to be, right? So it's like if you have a goal of going on vacation, or a goal of making this, Beachbody has a success club trip every year, which Tom has earned, where it was supposed to be in, what was it? Riviera Maya?
Yeah, this year.
Yeah, it was canceled, but
Well,
anyway, yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you can set your own vision, right, of what you want to accomplish in this business, and you can make it come true. And that could be like earn $1,000 a week, or be able to afford that vacation for your family, or whatever. And that's what a side hustle can provide for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, some people just want to make a few extra bucks, car payment, mortgage payment. Other people want to go full force, build a business. It's it's all up to you. You're not required to do anything. It's your business. But aside from just the money, the money. Greg mentioned the trips. I mean, it was 3 trips that I earned, all inclusive. One was a cruise, which I couldn't get the vacation time at work, so I missed out on it. The next one I jumped on, Punta Cana, got canceled because of the virus. Third one, all right, was hoping to be on, canceled because, again, this damn virus. But what kind of company rewards you with an all-inclusive trip for you and your spouse or your significant other? I mean, it's amazing. I mean, that's on top of the business you're building and the money you're making. And there's like rewards. They have a reward program, Success Club, and it's just sometimes it's just little gifts like a hat or a shirt and things like that. But it's still a beautiful thing. It's like I come on, I don't pay attention to, because I'm not in it for the free gifts and stuff. But when you hit certain criteria, you earn these little gifts, and sometimes they turn into bigger gifts like the trips, which obviously I do want those, but. I go home and I got a box from Beachbody, and it's like Christmas every time I get a box. Like, what do I get? And this year I got the reward for hitting the Success Club for all years. It was that what's it called, the Theragun, the gun, massage gun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing's amazing, and it's got the Beachbody logo. It's really cool. My family was like, they saw me with it. They're like, you bought that? That thing's like $600. I was like, no, it's free. I got a gift. It's a gift, and I show them the logo, and they're like, you realize how much that thing is worth? I'm like, no, not really. But I didn't realize it. But
I didn't know that either. They're $600.
That's what my son said. I don't know. I never looked, but it's nice. I mean, I'm sure it is pricey. I mean, and it's not like it's a high level one, so it's pretty cool. But but things like that. I mean, it's more. There's so much more to it.
Awesome.
So I think we kind of covered everything. I mean, it's just about recommending, sharing, and you just you follow the programs, use the products, just share what you're doing. It's like you go to a restaurant, you recommend it. Go to a movie, you recommend it. I sometimes when I talk about it, I think I make it sound too simple, because it is work. You have to put it in the work to get the rewards, and again, it depends on what you want. But to me, it's a simple concept. It's just a matter of the level of intensity and consistency you want to apply. And all the tools are there.
Absolutely. It's like if you can, and you can work the business however you want, right? People think, oh, well, I have to be an expert, or I have to be able to do social media. And no, it's not true. I mean, it's like if you talk to people during the day, you can talk to people about Beachbody. You can invite people face to face. You can, you can do whatever you want to do, right? It's like a lot of coaches work it through social media, but you can work it however you want. Like I know when I started, like Tom said, I didn't have like Instagram or Snapchat or any of those things, right? I had a Facebook account with like some family members on it, but that was it. But I started by inviting every single person I worked with. I went around the office and I knew they all had a pirated copy of P90X floating around. And I'm like, you're joining my group. You're joining my group. You're joining my group. Here's the link. I expect to see you there. That's how I got started. So you do it how you want to do it, right? And it's like you all got friends and family members. You're like, hey, you guys are joining my group, just so you know, right? So I think, Tom, I think we talked about the rewards and stuff already, right?
Yep. Personal development, recognition. Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think we touched on some of this too, but basically, I mean, yeah, how do you make money? And Greg kind of showed that little layout. And so you obviously make 25% commission on anything that you personally sell. So you sell and sometimes it's even more, like a challenge pack. You choose like a $50 bonus just for a challenge pack. But overall, it's roughly it's 25% for anything that you personally sell to. And people don't order. They order directly from Beachbody. You use your ID number, your link you send them, or a shopping cart, virtual shopping cart you set up for them. You don't warehouse anything. You don't store anything. They order directly. Boom, get it, and we get paid every Thursday. So in team bonuses, now that's where how I'd say the magic happens, because 25% on sales is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, but when you start to build up a team and you get paid on the volume of the team, that's where it can just grow unlimited. So just imagine, I mean, you're building up your team. It's growing and growing, and as that just builds, and to different multi-level marketings I've looked at would stop paying, like, I'd say 6 levels deep. So when you're looking at that pyramid, like, everyone's is different, but the one I really looked at was like 6 levels deep was like the end. So anything after that, you lost out on. There's no limit. So you have coaches 100 people down, you're still getting paid a percentage. Well, it's not really a percentage, it's cycle bonuses, but that's a little complex, and I'm still not good at explaining it, and we don't think I have the time, but you basically get paid on the volume of your entire team. And what I also liked about more about Beachbody is the way, like, if Greg signed me up and I signed Christy up, so Christy signs up somebody, or actually, now with a better example. So if Greg's signing up more people, they're still going down into my group. So what the other companies I looked at, it really didn't work that way. Like, the other business, like your sponsor coach, they're just signing people up and they're kind of getting stacked along and alongside you, and they're not underneath you in the genealogy. Here, it's like when I first signed up, I saw people underneath me, and I'm like, I haven't done a damn thing. Who are these people? And it was just people that Greg was bringing into the business, and they're under me, and we all work together, so it just grows, and all helping each other, and you get paid on that entire group, and that's where you develop the residual income, where you get the financial freedom. Where if you take a month off to go on vacation, everybody else is still working. So that's the beauty of it. That's where, again, the magic happens with the team bonuses. Then you get matching bonuses from which is like my matching bonuses for coaches that you sign up. What they do, quarterly bonuses, which I'm not 100% sure how that actually works, but you get basically a percentage of what is it? You could, Greg, if you don't mind. I never got. I just know you get paid out these bonuses, which is divvied up. So, they're pretty nice.
Definitely. I mean, I could just tell you, like, as you rank advance, and once you get to certain levels, you start getting these quarterly or matching bonuses, right? So the matching bonus on a diamond is 10%, right, of what your coaches are doing below you, right? A quarterly bonus is once you get to the rank of 2-star, you start getting like $1,000 quarterly bonus as a 2-star, and it kind of goes up from there. A 15-star, which is the highest rank that you can go, they get about a $75,000 quarterly bonus. So 4 times a year on top of their matching bonuses and their team bonuses and their commissions. And the great thing about it is you can open up multiple business centers. So there are coaches in the company that they are 15-star in 4 to 5 business centers. So you could just think how much money that some of those coaches are making, which is just mind-blowing. So
I'll get bonuses like that from the hotel.
Yes. So let's turn over to Christy. Christy, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, hey. I have a little one in the background. So I think you've heard a lot about coaching, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I came on. I'm 46 years old. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm originally from Southern Kentucky. I'm an Army veteran now, almost 18-year veteran in the Lexington Police Department. I have a very demanding position at the police department. So when we're talking about coaching, I want you to understand that I'm a single mom of two, 14 and 9. I have 2 little athletes in my house. So I'm a busy human being. But I have time to make this work. So I signed up with Tom. I don't know when, Tom, maybe late summer. So it's taken me a couple of months to learn the business. And you've heard a whole lot of stuff today in this 40 minutes. One thing I want you to know is there's nothing that we've talked about that you can't, with a phone call to Tom or me or Greg or anybody here, that we can't talk to you about or find a webinar. I mean, just today, I watched a webinar on, how to make Instagram posts and how to expand your business, just talking about a goal that you have. And I never would have thought anything like this. Aside from the fitness aspect of Beachbody, I have worked for the government my entire adult life. I have not had to venture out for computer skills. Everything has been provided for me in my job. So I've had to learn a lot, but I have a team around me with Greg and Tom that are absolutely willing to take their time. And I know they're busy people too, but there's nothing that I can't ask them about that I don't trust that they're going to give me the right advice. And that's hard to find. I mean, it's very difficult to find that anywhere. But back to, learning the business. You've heard a lot of stuff. All of those resources are out there, are here for you. And I can't say enough about Beachbody. I am about 2 years away from retiring from the police department. I don't like the word retire because it makes me feel really, really old. So I'll retire with a full pension, at 48 and a half years old. I probably don't have to do anything after that. But when I think about realignment, I prefer to call it realignment. When I think about what I want to do next, it has to have something to do with health and wellness and improving the quality of people's lives, because I don't see the best in people's lives. But this is because usually by the time I get involved in your case, it's not a good one. Something really bad's going on. So this part is the smile and the happy and the good. And I enjoy that. I need that. My hour every week with these guys is something that I look forward to. It's not a have to, it's I get to learn. I get to step outside of my comfort zone, learn new things. When I first started out, we talked about the different kinds of coaches. I thought I can dig 25% off because I just get to try more product eventually over time that maybe I might not have budgeted for, or might have taken me a little bit longer to have tried. But as time has gone on and I've learned more about the business and I've gotten a little more efficient about a few parts of it, I can realign myself and really see this as a business building side of coaching that maybe I wasn't looking for in the first place. As far as the time investment and what I really spend a week, I find that the time that I would have spent before, I had programs already lined out for me and meal plans at my fingertips, hundreds of workouts at my fingertips. I spent writing my own workouts. I spent planning my meals, and all of that is for me. So that's a time cost that I no longer have to even think about. So it kind of evens itself out. I haven't had to plan a meal in a very long time. There's 2 different meal plans. Everybody's different, but one of those meal plans absolutely can fit just about any need that you have. I don't have to write workouts anymore. I used to write workout and coordinate fitness at our police department. So I don't have to do that anymore. It's already done for me, So it's a trade-off there for time. but I've been doing Beachbody for years, probably since P90X came out. I'm that old. And I think I even have the CDs. But I mean, it's just getting better. The quality of programs are getting better and better and better. Our gyms are shut down now all the time. Lexington can't seem to open up no matter what happens in the world. So, but I haven't missed a workout, you know, because it's all in my house. It's right here when I'm ready to work out. Life happened today. A full-time job happened today. Those are not excuses. They're facts. So when I get off of this meeting here in a little bit, I'm probably going to go downstairs and knock out a workout because I need it today. But that's kind of what I have to say about coaching. Just don't let the sheer amount of information get you lost in the sauce of what is really a good thing. If you can just slow down, put the brakes on, and take it piece by piece, it's a really good thing. I find more joy in this than, you know, I ever really thought I would. I mean, it's just opened up lots of new things, and we only get better when we learn new things, and I'm not afraid of new things. So I kind of already talked about how much time is required. I do think that on average, I don't know, Tom, they may be a little bit different. I know Greg's investment in time might be a little more, but I dedicate 1 solid hour a day to the business. And then I do about 30 minutes a day of personal development. And that's time, you know, to be honest, I would be scrolling on the phone or just, you know, pissing away time no matter what. So about 2 hours a day, 2 solid hours a day I devote, and it kind of evens out. And I don't add that hour in on Saturday when we have our weekly talk. That's a fun time for me. I don't consider that work, but 2 hours a day. Others, it may be a little bit less, and it's not always been 2 hours.
I'll ask the question, is that required? Is it required that you do any amount of time?
Nope. I mean, there's really life happens. Like I said, life happens. You don't have to invest anything. I mean, like anything else, you get what you put into it. But do you have to put in 2 hours a day? Absolutely not. An hour a day? Absolutely not. 30 minutes. If that's what you got, that's what you have. But you know, a little bit of time, I think, is fair, right? 30 minutes, an hour a day is.
Yeah. And it depends on your goals, right? It depends, like, if you want to earn money or be a business builder or whatever, right? If you just want to be a hobby coach, well, then you don't need to put in anything, right? So, yeah. I was just asking what some people might be thinking.
After the massive snowstorm and ice and crap that we have, and I know it's nothing compared to what I guess the weather Maine has, that I heard the guy from Maine say that he was on here. I've decided to further my retirement roost from Florida to St. Thomas. So that's where this Beachbody train is going to take Christy.
Sounds nice.
Yeah. So. Okay, so selling. I'm kind of like Tom, where he said, you know, I'm an introvert. I don't sell. You don't have to sell this stuff. This stuff, I do believe in the product. It's the best that I've ever used. I've been, like I said, in fitness the majority of my life from everything that I can remember. So I don't sell anything. I use the products, I believe in them, and encourage the use of them because I don't think there's anything better out there. But no, you don't have to sell anything. I don't believe it sells itself.
It's just sharing, right? It's like you go to a good restaurant, you want to tell people about it. And if they decide to go there and buy it, well, then you earn a commission. That's just the way it works, right?
Yep. Oh, so all of these things were all new to me in terms of use as of probably about a year ago. Facebook has been around since the beginning of time, and MySpace, and I don't see that one up there. But, you know, those are all tools. I believe those are tools just like a laptop, a Chromebook, anything else that you would use for a business or your job. These are some tools that we use, and they're actually quite fun. I have met some women that will probably be lifelong friends through this program, and they are from near and far. So I don't really use Flickr, but YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, those are big ones for me. I don't really get into Vimeo very much, but yeah, these are all places that are free to use. I mean, nothing, they don't cost anything. Pinterest is a big one. If you're not on Pinterest, I don't know why. It is TikTok is one that I don't see. The TikTok is a big one. Even
No,
for
we need to update our slide.
for the old folks on TikTok like me, TikTok is a big one right now. And I mean, those are just all out there. And I'm sure you probably using them already. Word of mouth is huge. I mean, we all have friends. We all have a social circle. So that can't be overlooked either. I have a source of, 700 officers I work with. They see me working out in the police gym sometimes doing these things. So all tools to use.
Yeah, and one thing like Tom does is he runs a fit club at his hotel. So have you ever, Christy, like thought about running a fit club at the police station?
I have. Getting right now, I can't because we have such a restriction on how many people we can have in there, but we have all of the equipment. We even have TRX stuff in the bands up there. So absolutely, we could do a 9-week control freak off the wall one day.
Right. Or
Yeah.
like insanity or something that doesn't require equipment, right? So
yep, we could do all of that there. And I think I used to use some of the moves from P90X and some of the body weight exercises that we did when I wrote fitness programs there. But yeah, these are just tools. These are just resources out there for you to use. I love YouTube because it's full of videos that, maybe I can't make that webinar or Zoom, in the middle of the day. I may have something else, but it's there for me to watch later on, and I can pick those up anytime. So it's a lot based on your availability too.
yeah, some of the top coaches in the company, some of the guys, like they had amazing transformations during P90X, and they use YouTube to make those transformation videos. A lot of you have probably seen. Well, that's how they got, most of their customers and their coaches. I mean, they were signing up thousands of people, just from those transformation videos that they did. So, I mean, yeah, it's just a great tool. You're absolutely right. Well, thanks, Christy. Chris, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Fantastic. So my name is Christopher Kingsley. This is actually my second time being a Beachbody coach. I actually first joined Greg, I want to say it was back in 2013 or so when I was around being a teacher and stuff. And I really, beforehand, I had actually, very similar to Greg, I had a pirated copy of P90X as well that my brother actually had. He's like, hey, you got to check this out. I did. I fell in love with it. And so I became a coach back in 2013, but honestly, my mindset at the time was not all that great. And I think I quit. I don't remember how much later, Greg, and maybe it was a year later or something like that. But, and then I didn't forget about it completely because I kept Greg's emails still coming in and stuff. So I still kept in the loop somewhat. But then I felt like there was something missing. So back in October of this, not 2020, but on October of 2019, I signed back up again because I said, okay, I need to change something. I need to go back and I need to get back into this again. As far as my work background, I bounced pretty much everywhere. So I was a teacher. I used to be a construction warehouse worker. Now I'm a cabinet warehouse worker. And I also did truck driving for a little bit, as well as being a phone associate. And it was actually the phone associate job that they said, oh, you have to work from home. And I found out I cannot work from home sitting at a computer answering phone calls all day. So I have to be out with people and actually like in the workforce. So that's what I'm doing now. Currently, I am married, have no kids yet, and as you can see in my first photo, I love the Renaissance. They unfortunately canceled it this year because obvious reasons. But Oh well, I won't get into that. So, but the only thing I want to touch about, you can go on to the next one, Greg. The only thing that I want to touch with you guys about is this one, because we kind of touched on it with Tom and Christy talking about personal development. The thing about personal development is it's personal. So, and the thing about it is that what works for me may not necessarily work for Greg, won't work for Tom, won't work for anyone else, that may work for me. But one of the things that for me, I'll just mention an example for me of how I've personally developed is that for this year of 2021, actually I should say within the past 3 months, I told myself I need to make myself comfortable being uncomfortable. Like Tom, I loved exercising and I really enjoyed it. But I said, you know what? I need to take it up to another level. And if you follow me on Instagram, which I will actually post in the chat in a little bit, but you will see me post stories pretty much every day wearing an elevation mask whenever I train. And basically, the elevation mask is just to mimic an elevation anywhere between 3,000 feet all the way up to 18,000 feet higher than where I'm at. So it's to make the workouts more difficult for me, and that's self-induced. And again, that's not for everyone. But that's just something for me that I say, you know what, I need that because, I already enjoy exercising anyway, but I need to make it one level harder to make it, better for me kind of thing. So that's just one thing that I do because for me, working out is not just physical, it's also a mental thing because it's also being challenged as, am I going to quit? Am I going to just say, oh, screw this? Am I just going to turn off the video and just stop, which I've done before. I have done that many times and I've stopped programs and stuff like that. But that's the one thing that I'd have to say is that you can do a whole bunch of stuff like what we've been talking about for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. But then if you're not working on yourself, then eventually you're going to peter out. So that to me is honestly one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, of being a Beachbody coach.
Chris,
go
can
ahead.
I jump in for a second?
Yeah.
One thing that we do as a team, right, that we've mentioned is we get together for a call every Saturday, right, with all the coaches here plus a lot of other coaches that are invited to attend. But really, it's just a small group of us, and we get together for personal development, right? Because I mean, I bet all of you guys have a job currently, right? Just think about your job. It doesn't really matter if you're a doctor, a lawyer, a warehouse worker, whatever, I bet your boss does not encourage and provide personal development for you, right? I can tell you, I was in IT for 20 years, never once, yeah, they offered training, yes, for that, but they never once encouraged personal development for me to become a better person. Or I bet you they never encourage you to become a better person or to work on yourself, right? But that's what you're going to get with us, right? With Beachbody, with our team. We're going to work on ourselves, right? And it's like Chris said, what I need to work on is different than what you need to work on. But we cover, we recommend books, we talk about different topics every week because we want you to become a better person. Whether you decide to do Beachbody or not, this is an amazing opportunity for you to get with like-minded people who can really help you become something better than you are now.
And what's awesome about our Saturday calls too is kind of on our next slide is that as we talk about things with each other, maybe there might be something that Tom says and it's like, oh, that really resonated with me, or maybe something Greg says, or even Christy. Sometimes someone will bring up something and they're like, oh, you know what, I really resonate with what they have to say on that, and it's fantastic. Our team calls every Saturday are awesome, and I would definitely have to say for at least the last 3 months I have not missed any. And again, talking about personal mindset and development, and now just being honest with everyone, I have missed Saturday calls for myriad of excuses and just saying, oh, I'll just get to it later, I'll just go the next time, I'll just do this or that. And I said, you know what, I'm not going to make any more excuses. It's Saturdays, I'm not working Saturdays. usually. And even then, Greg and the guys will tell you that when I've had mandatory Saturdays at my warehouse, I'm actually on my 10-minute breaks still tuning in to the Saturday calls. So I'm like, I'm still tuning in. I'm just not speaking because I'm just listening into what the guys are saying. So for me, that's no excuses there on Saturdays. But anything from if even if you sign up tonight, we would still show you how to do things. We would show you more about what the team building events are like, how to be a leader as far as like doing your own challenge group, that sort of thing. And we also have our own page too on Facebook where you can take a look and say, hey, take a look at these updates. This is coming up, that kind of thing. And, we share our what do you call them? We share our victories and we also share our struggles. That's one of the things that Greg actually says on every Saturday phone call is that he first starts off with, so what was everyone's successes for this week? And then he'll say, okay, what were people's struggles this week? And then we talk about it and then we say, okay, maybe we can think about this solution and that solution. And it's all wonderful, honestly. So it's definitely not a dull moment in our Saturday calls.
Definitely. Well, I think we're basically done. So
Yeah.
let me stop share and see if does anybody have any questions before we wrap up? No?
No questions here, but I just wanted to thank everyone for telling me their backstory. It's really interesting hearing how everyone has kind of a different situation, but still kind of has the same direction. So I just wanted to piggyback on that because that was really interesting to see how you've got a mother of two still doing this, and then you've got kind of a lone wolf over here who's in a renaissance, which I love. I think that's amazing that you guys are all able to kind of share that story, collaborate, and make it comfortable for everyone. So I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks for being on the call. And just to let you guys know, it's like you can sign up. Just reach out to whoever invited you to the call. They'll give you a link or tell you how to sign up. You can sign up. I mean, really nothing is required of you. If you just want to sign up, there's a $40 sign up fee. But if you purchase the challenge pack, and I recommend if you don't have one already, like that includes Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology, they waive the $40 fee. And if you purchased challenge pack in the past, that counts. So you could just sign up for free. Then it's only a $15. Now I don't know about Canada, but in the US, $15.95 a month to be a coach. So just think of that like a coach membership. I mean, as a Costco membership or whatever, whatever you have in Canada that, that has a membership.
Costco. We're not that far in the igloo, okay?
You've got an igloo with some right?
It's cold. We're not that bad.
But that $15.95 will give you your coach discount. It will give you access to your coach online office, basically everything that you need to be a coach. And in that coach online office, you get an email, you get a website, you get reports, everything that you need to manage $100 business or $1 million business, right? They give you everything. If you think about other companies that are like ours, like Mary Kay, Avon, all these names that come to mind, think about them because they make you buy products, store it in your garage, have house parties, I mean, just think about that. Beachbody does everything for you. You don't have to do anything. You just tell people, go to the website, go buy, you give them a link, right? If you're their coach, you don't even have to do anything. They'll just go to Beachbody and you automatically get the commission for it, right? Only thing that you have to do as a coach, if you want to, is promote it, right? Just invite people. And then, obviously what we like to do as coaches is we like to get people into groups, which we call our bod groups. And we like to motivate people and support them. And that's the job of a coach. It's that easy. And like I said, you can be hugely successful at this business by helping others and teaching others and obviously recruiting coaches and teaching them how to do it. And then they'll do the same thing. And that's how you can expand your network and get that residual income that we talked about. So I would love to see you guys all come onto our team and come to our Saturday call. And I think it would be fantastic. So feel free to reach out to me or anybody else on the call if you have any questions. All right.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
All
Take
right.
care, guys.
Bye.
Have a good night,
See
guys.
ya.